Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Eastleigh save, where today we're taking on Portsmouth, a bit of a South Coast derby. We're in the January transfer window, so we have come back a bit before the end. There are a few updates I need to update you about as well, but before we jump into it fully, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and let's get started. So, we're 6th. We are fighting for the playoffs. We are fighting for automatic promotion still. There are so many teams in the fight for that automatic promotion. We're only 3 points off second, but there's 8 teams fighting for that automatic spot, and then obviously the playoffs as well. So it's going to be tough. We've stuck with our 4-1-2-1-2. It's been working pretty well for us so far. The reason for that is because look at that. Great results. You've seen, obviously, the Leeds game, whereas we've had a good run of form where we've been undefeated since going into January, beating West Ham in the FA Cup as well. And we recently just drew to Leeds again 2-2 this time, but before heading to Portsmouth for the derby game. Now, transfers-wise, there has been a couple of little things that I need to update you on. So I'll make sure I get that all up and ready. Now, the first one to update you with is the fact that we've had a few players leave us. Now, the first one to leave us was... let's make sure I get this in. So, yeah, Sepulveda has obviously left. We mentioned that at the beginning of the season. He's already been basically brought in by Montreal. Not a problem there. We've had a lot of players leave us in January, so it's kind of a bit of a rebuild halfway through. Eric Jevenhagen has left to join Köln in Germany. It was just a case he wasn't getting the game time because Ramsey's playing really well, and I think we can kind of work without him effectively. Now, part of the reason why I thought we could work without him was because Mark Time was still here. He has left us now for 5.75 million to join Leeds. As again, he wasn't getting the amount of game time he probably wanted. So he has left us. I'm not too worried about that. We've made a profit on him again. So overall, not too concerned. Sean Curtis is another one that has left us to join Atalanta. He wasn't getting the game time because he wasn't quite fitting into the roles that we wanted to. He's very defensive. I didn't want to play him at centre-half because of his height. Otherwise, that's kind of where we're at with him. He just wasn't fitting into the side as well as I'd hoped. So we made a load of money on him. That's like 8 million profit from him. Marcotta's out on loan at Ipswich. He wasn't getting game time, so he wanted to go on loan. Absolutely fine. Alvaro Ortega has joined Nacional. Again, wasn't getting the game time. I thought we'd try and make a bit of profit on him whilst we can, which we have done, which is good. Good tenure in for us. Thomas Hill has joined Brentford, another player that he was very good for us. We got the same money back, so I'm very happy with that. He's 30, so he's kind of getting to the latter stages now, gone past his kind of peak and will start to decline. So I'm happy to kind of get the same money back for him. Giancarlo Velato is another one that has left us due to the clause in his contract. They matched his release clause, 9.75 million, which is a shame. But, I mean, we made a profit on him. He played well for us whilst he was here. I can't complain too much, considering. And Dennis McCormack has also left us. One of our academy boys has gone to Sutton permanently now. So we made a little bit of money on that as well, which is quite nice. A couple to make you aware of, though. Kevin Anderson has come in from Man United, 1.4 million, 22 years old. He's going to be playing in that deeper role, probably replacing Curtis and Violato's sort of position. So, looks very decent. Looks like he could develop quite nicely. So happy with that signing. The other one was Bradley Halford, who's come in to replace, kind of fill in that right back role from Jev Hagen and Tyne leaving. He's come in from Stoke, formerly of Arsenal and West Ham. So he looks very good as well. He looks like a player that can certainly be playing in the Premier League. If not, he's a good championship player, so that's not too bad. We signed him for 5 million, raising to 6. And now the big one that I'm very happy with, who has been loaned straight back out to Al Ahly, is Momen Abdul Rahman. 6.75 million we brought him in for, rising to 8.5. But he looks very, very good. 19 years of age, already 3 caps for Egypt, which is great. He's come in basically to fill in the hole that we're ultimately going to end up having in the squad, because we're slowly but surely losing centre halves in the sense that Christian Magoma's 35 now. He's getting on. We're going to have to replace him. Same with Toby and Mole. He's going to have to be replaced at some point. Otherwise, the only other centre half we've got in the first team at the moment is Hermann Gerk, the German. He's been promised to be sold for 13 million if someone comes in for him at that price, which I hope they don't, but they may do, and that's the little worry we've got. We've got the likes of Frederick Pettersson, who we are looking to sell as well, and there aren't many players really other than that who could probably come up to the first team and make a start. We have moved a few players around otherwise, with the likes of, where are they? Daniel has come up to the first team, and Mauricio Garcia, just to fill in the centre midfield role, just to give us a bit more options in there as well. So yeah, you've got Daniel and Mauricio in there, having signed previously, been out on loan, all that sort of thing. So otherwise, things have been going very well. I hope today is going to be the same. We've done very well. Kim Jae-hoon slowly but surely developing as a left back. Hoping that he continues to develop as a left back and continues his form, because he's been playing very well for us. Anderson in defensive midfield, and I am Mateo either side. Garcia just in front of them with Carlos Garcia and Tom Lang up top. Carlos Garcia has absolutely been storming the league, so very, very happy with him. We've got a lot of players out on international duty at the African Cup of Nations, because that's currently going on. So we've had to, that's part of the reason why we've brought up the likes of Daniel and Mauricio Garcia from the under-23s, because we just need players to fill the bench, basically. So we might as well bring them up and get them game time. But with that said, we've also got Zach Lee coming up as well. He's going to be filling in that centre midfield as well as left back, as he's one of our kind of big prospects from our academy. 17 years old, looks pretty good so far. Hopefully his technicals can continue to improve, and we can get the most out of him. But let's jump into the game against Portsmouth. I'm hoping for a good win. We should be getting the win, as they are much lower in the table in 18th, and we're up in 6th. If we can get the win, it means that we're going to be putting pressure on the likes of Brighton and Leeds, which is great. We've got a decent goal difference as well, which is always good. But only way to see is to see how the boys get on. And we started with a free kick. Fuentes with the long-range effort for Portsmouth. And what a strike it was off the bar. Luckily, the keeper didn't get a hand on it, so it is our goal kick, and we're able to reset. But it's not a great start when they've had a good long-range effort in the beginning, in the first 10 minutes. But I'm still confident that we can grow into the game and really start to get hold of things. And here we are with the ball. Ramsey into Anderson from the throw-in, and we're keeping the short passing game going. Ramsey looking on that overlap. Looks inside to Mauricio Garcia, but the ball's poor to him. But Garcia does well to win that back up to Carlos, who looks for a ball over the top to Tom Lang, who's really developed as a striker now, and he's really becoming a very good player up there, which is great to see, because especially as we're losing Carlos Garcia at the end of the season, I can't imagine they'll let us loan him again. So we're going to have to try and work with what we've got, maybe look to bring in some players, because we've got a lot of money in the bank. Not much for transfers, they haven't given us, but we've got 70 odd million in the bank, so we've got plenty of money to help with our development of the squad, and hopefully it'll be in the Premier League that we'll be bringing in a player for. But yeah, the striking issue, we've kind of got two issues at the moment, and that's up the top and up the back, with kind of what we're going to do and how we're going to prepare for next season. But we've got to focus on this season. We've got to see where we are next season. I'd be fine staying in this division as long as we're fighting for those playoffs and automatic, as it means that we'll still have another year to get ready. But going straight back up would be great. It just means that we've got plenty of time. Mateo with a shot. Oh, it's just hit the post, going out for a goal kick. But again, Kim Jae-hoon doing very well on that left-hand side, getting forward, cutting it back to Mateo, whose left-footed shot does hit the outside of the post. 20 minutes in now, and it's a header from a free kick for Portsmouth, but it does sail over the bar for a goal kick. Nice and comfortable in the end. Although it's never too comfortable when you see a highlight, that's for sure. 20 minutes in the game, though, with 20 minutes to go, we have got to be getting something out of this. Now, if we can get a goal before half-time and go in at a 1-0 lead, That'd be great. Anderson inside to Garcia. Mauricio Garcia looking back to Girk, who plays into Anderson again. He looks a bit further forward this time, but it's headed away by Pierce, and Akande can get there. Fuente as well at left back. Akande being pressured along with Fuente by the Eastleigh midfield. Ball is switched out wide to Spence, who has to play it back as to the pressure by Kim Jae-hoon. But a ball switch over the top finds Akande on the left-hand side. It was a lovely ball to find him. He's got a yard to get across in. It's come to El Harbi, who's Girk's completely not marked, and it's gone straight into the hands of Pereira, which we're lucky. We're lucky that it did go into the hands of him because it was a free header, no real challenge on him. And we need to start making something a bit more happen here because we're lacking a little bit with that kind of clinical finish, that kind of attacking intent, which we can hopefully be able to kind of work on at half time and get something changed to make things happen a bit better in our favour. So it is half time. Carlos Garcia has not been playing great, or Mauricio, neither of the Garcias have been doing too well. So what I might do is just bring Daniel on for Mauricio. Straight swap really in there. Hugo Anaya has not been great either, but I think I will leave him on for now. He's such a quality player in the long term that I think it's worth just leaving him on there because he could kind of up his game slightly. Carlos Garcia, though, is having a poor game. We might have to look to try and bring someone else on, although I'm not sure if we've actually even got a striker on the bench thinking about it. Greeno might be on there. But we've got a throw in here. 5 minutes into the second half. If we get a goal here, that could really put a dampener on them. Carlos Garcia driving forward, looking for a ball through to Lang. It's a poor pass, and Portsmouth do get back on it. A cleared ball by the keeper, though, does come straight to Ramsey, who will drive forward, looks across to Mateo, into Lang, who turns, shoots, by the looks of it, is blocked, but Kim Jae-hoon's on that again. He cuts it back to Mateo, who looks inside to Anaya as well. He then plays Anderson, who's forward to Daniel, we've got a lot of pressure. It's tight in there, but the passing is very good. Comes through to Tom Lang. He's going to have to look to cut it back, surely, because there's no way he's getting a shot off now from that angle. Finds Mateo, who back to Daniel. Daniel shoots. Super sub. Daniel with the goal to make it 1-0. Mateo doing very well. I think that was very well worked in the end. Getting that pressure, we kept it short, quick passes, which was great to see. Lang did very well to keep hold of it there. He managed to get the ball cut back for Mateo, who didn't get that straight off, took a touch, turned, laid it off to Daniel, who had an open goal to really fire at, which he did do. And that gave us the 1-0 lead. We jump up to 4th position, 3 points behind 2nd place Huddersfield and 1st place Leeds, only 1 point behind Leicester in 3rd. So we're looking very good on that front. But Portsmouth aren't going to lie down. They will have to come at us now to get anything from this game at home, which I'm sure they will want to do. Paisold up to El Harbi. He looks over the top to Akande, who is coming through on goal. We've got a couple of players out there who should hopefully be able to deal with it, other than when Ramsey slides in and causes a penalty to occur. I don't think you can really argue that because, you really fudged that, didn't you? Great. It is a penalty. We've still got a chance of saving it. Pereira, can you get your hand onto this? No, you can't. Gilchrist scores 1-1. 5 minutes after we go ahead, we gift them a penalty because he's going nowhere on that left-hand side, is he? And Ramsey's lunged in there to award him a penalty. Shame, really, considering we shouldn't be giving him that opportunity. But, we're an hour in. I think what I might do is look to bring Carlos Garcia off. We haven't actually got a striker on the bench. I've just clocked that. No striker on the bench is not good. Anaya maybe could come off, though. David Conway's pretty decent in there, but Sletter will come on instead. Otherwise, there's not really much options. Carlos Garcia is going to have to play on and hope that his quality kind of shines through if he gets an opportunity, because otherwise we might be a little bit stuck. 25 minutes to go, though. Plenty of time for us to kind of get control of the game again and hopefully get a better opportunity to score and take the lead again. But it is ticking down, and if we don't react quickly now, we might not be able to react quick enough at all. So I have decided to bring Zach Lee on, the 17-year-old coming on in midfield for Mateo, who was on a booking. Why? Good question. I don't know why. but he's on, so maybe he can. You never know. I'm thinking Dreams, the academy prospect coming through in the derby game against Portsmouth, away from home, gets the winner in the last 5 minutes. I'm optimistic, okay? We've moved to attacking, but, I mean, nothing's happening. We are really, really far off the mark with what's going on. Come on, boys. Create something for the last couple of minutes. Or not. It looks like we may end this game at 1-1. I mean, it could have been worse, but it would have been good to have got a win there. We could have really put some pressure on the teams above us. We're still sitting in the playoffs, though. We're in 6th, which is fine. We've won the playoffs before. I'm sure we could do it again if we need to. But we've still got the chance at getting automatic promotion if things go our way, of course. Like, there you go. Exactly, he has made his professional debut, which is good to see. Good to see. Obviously, a few advice coming through. Oh, Daniel Golob, midfielder, set striker. Not too bad. Aggression's pretty good. 19 years old. Bit of experience internationally. Played for Dynamo Kiev 11 times, scoring a goal. Interesting. Might have to take a look at him. But there you go. We will leave it there. Obviously, next time, if we come back and there are any more transfers, I'll let you know. Transfer budget-wise, we have got 15 million in the bank and 144k. So we might look to bring in someone, especially a striker maybe. But there you go. We'll be back later on. We've got Man City in the FA Cup, which I'm not expecting to get any further in, so I'm not even going to bother showing you that. But we'll be back later to see how things have gone. Hopefully it will be positive once again. But thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll catch you in the next one.